Realme has just introduced a new entry-level device, the new Realme Note 60. The device retains a design very similar to the previous generation, with a back cover featuring different patterns, a simple camera module, and a slim design. The screen is 6.74 inches with HD resolution, so from this point, we realize that it is a very basic device. Additionally, it offers a peak brightness of 560 nits, and a refresh rate of 90 Hz, so at least it will be able to show us smoother movements than the iPhone 15. It also has an IP rating for resistance against water and dust, so it handles dust very well. As for water, let's just say it can withstand splashes, and if it happens to fall into shallow water, it may survive. Also, in the photography section, we will find a 32-megapixel sensor with an f/1.8 aperture, which is quite interesting because very few manufacturers use this 32-megapixel resolution in the rear camera. Most that incorporate a sensor of this resolution place it in the front camera. So, it is one of the few devices that has a sort of intermediate resolution sensor, in this case accompanied by a lens with an f/1.8 aperture. Despite having another camera, it is actually just for decoration, accompanied by a flash. On the front, we will find a 5-megapixel camera. The processor, as expected in such an economical device, is the Unisoc T, which is actually the same processor as the previous generation. In this case, we find 256 GB of storage with 8 GB of RAM, although the manufacturer has not shared the RAM and storage versions. Here, the battery is 5000 mAh with support for just 10 watts of charging, so it will take a very long time to charge. Fortunately, it comes with Android 14 out of the box, which is a positive aspect. Regarding other features, it does have a headphone jack, it has a thickness of 7.8 mm, weighs 187 g, and we will find versions ranging from 4 to 8 GB of RAM. Its announced price for Indonesia in its most basic configuration of 4 GB of RAM with 128 GB of storage is around $90, which seems like a fair and competitive price to me. However, if it arrives in Mexico, I am almost certain that its price could easily double.